Good morning, gardeners and fruit lovers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit more work on the garden. As y'all see it there, everything's popping, doing pretty good. I got the trees over here on my south facing wall by the house. And as you see by my mixer right there on top of my old grill, today we are going to be talking about fertilizing. We're giving the mango trees a heavy feeding today in anticipation for second flush growth, hopefully. We had one. Let me walk over here and show y'all what we got going on. I've been staying in contact with Miss Audrey. She's been helping me out a lot. She is in Ocala, which is one of the closest people that I know to my location anyway. She's still like 3 hours away from me, 3 hours like southwest of me. But been trying to get with her to get her advice because I know she's a mango guru. But this is the flush on the Valkyrie. She looks very beautiful. Got us a couple little mangoes here in 2nd of June in Northeast Florida. I tried to set a couple. They've all kind of been doing this number here where it's right behind this leaf, where they turn a little brown and then they drop off, which is fine. I mean, if it wanted to hold one, I would have liked it to, but still a young tree. So here's another one here. Here's another one here. There's another one there. But anyway, back to the flush. This is what she did. We got approximately 8 to 10 inches there of growth on almost each branch. This one's closer to 8 inches. We still got a fresh flush here. And as you can see, there's still some buds. I cut it at the growth circles. And there's some buds trying to come out like this one did. I trimmed the tip up here and I got 3 branches now. But I think if I would have known what I know at this moment, this flush could have been, 2 times better. The peach cobbler has blown up. It's got new branching everywhere. That's about a good 5 to 6 inches of growth there. This one's closer to like 5 inches and 4 inches on the other branch. This one's closer to like 2 inches. It did a really good growth though, and like I said, it could have been a lot better. This branch here, for some reason, looks like it's battling a little bit of a black spot or anthracnose, bacterial black spot, whatever they call it nowadays. So we'll get on top of that. We'll do a soil drench for that. Julie, I chopped her back to the growth circles as well. And as you can see, she's popping out with some growth. She's a dwarf tree, but it's one of the ones that I have with the thickest stalk. So got great hopes for her. An old faithful Pickering. Pickering had a nice flush as well. About 5 inches, 4, yeah, more like closer to 4 inches, 2 inches on that one, about 3 on this stalk here. Then this one just flushed out about 1.5 inches of branch. So you see the leaves are already kind of maturing. So it's been a while since it flushed. I'm hoping it'll flush again. And I see little active buds trying to form there and there. So we'll see. Don't mind the overachieving. It's not hog plum, is it? No, not hog plum. June plum. You got some there. Got some more hanging here, and she already fruited some more flowers and fruit. All right, let me cut the video here, and I'll get back to you with the fertilizing mix. I got a little bit ahead of myself this morning and went ahead and already mixed the mix, but I want to show you what was put in there. The fish emulsion 511, we did 4 tablespoons per gallon as instructed on the directions here. And I have 4 mango trees, which are not adult trees. So the mix that I'm going to give them is about, and this was a suggestion from Miss Audrey, about the 3-gallon trees, half a gallon of the mixed fertilizer, and then the bigger trees, obviously. And by big trees, she gave me an example of a 45-gallon pot, and she puts at least a gallon on that, if not more. So being that I have 4 trees at half a gallon a tree, 2 gallons. So I made my mix for 2 gallons. So this is 4 tablespoons per gallon. So I put 8 tablespoons in my 2-gallon solution. And this here is our next product, Fox Farm Grow Big. This is an MPK of 644. And this, she told me to make at half strength. So for example, if it said 4 teaspoons per 1 gallon, 4 teaspoons for 1 gallon, I would put so half strength. That's what we did. So we have 4 teaspoons of the Fox Farm in the mix, and we have 8 tablespoons of Alaskan fish fertilizer. And this muddy concoction is what we're left with. I'm using a paddle on the drill just to get it stirred around really well. It's a little bit of overkill. I'm sure you could do this with your hand, no problem. But it just makes me feel better. And that is nice and done. All right, guys, we're here in front of Pickering. We got our nice solution here. Got me a little jug. It's got a half-gallon mark on it, so that's what I'm going to go to. Make sure they get stirred around real nice. A little bit more in there. A little bit more. 64. 64, some good juice. 64 ounces. It's going into Pickering. There it is. Let it have all that. Give me 1 sec. I'll get y'all moved over. Let's get over here to Julie. She's going to get the same amount. 64 ounces. A little much in there. There we go. She's in a 3-gallon pot as well. Just like that Pickering. There went her 64 ounces. Let's move on to peach cobbler. Okay. Peach cobbler's gonna get 64 as well. Okay, let's try this. Make sure we get our 64 ounces in there, which we have. Let's give it the old peach cobbler. Let them have all that. Okay. Last but not least, move y'all over. We have beautiful Valkyrie. And I'm gonna save just a little bit of this. There's our 64 ounces right there. We're gonna give that to Val. Make sure we get all the way around and let that soak in. And there y'all have it. Everything's getting nice and soaked. Got our nice solution. You see it dripping all the way through. Soaking it in. That's what we want. If you wonder why some of these are, I have these on like upside down nest bowls. It's just stuff I had left over from the birds, and I had a ant hill that kept wanting to take that pot as its home. So I elevated it, and I keep a little bit of water down here in the, you see down there, it's got water. And it keeps them from really being able to crawl up the pot and get up in there. So anyway, guys, this was our fertilizing for our mangoes. Make sure and write this date down. And this should be the last good feeding that they need. Because by August, September, they start calming down. We don't want them to have no high nitrogen in the root system. So now is the time. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. That was us fertilizing our mango trees. Till next time, you guys have a blessed one. Keep growing.